The hook is one of boxing's most devastating punches. It is a punch that relies on speed, accuracy, and timing to land effectively. But when it does, it's no surprise that it has resulted in some of the finest knockouts in boxing history. Here are the top 12 most devastating left hooks in boxing history. Number 12. Tommy Morrison versus Donovan Rudolph. The fight was billed simply as raw power. It could have just been easily billed as the Battle of the Left Hooks, as it was both men's money punch. In the first 2 rounds of the fight, both men were knocked down.
I was going to remind people of the nice uppercut by Rudolph. Oh, there goes Morrison. But he still paid for it.
In round 6, however, Morrison landed a neck-twisting left hook that put Rudolph flat on his back.
Left hook. And you are going to see it. My goodness.
Rudolph beat the count, but Morrison went in for the kill-throwing punches before the referee stepped in and stopped the fight. Number 11. David Chiu versus David Izon. As usual, the New Zealander began aggressively, but after failing to achieve his normal early knockout, he began to fade in the middle rounds, while Izon began to establish himself more with his jab. Chiu began swinging wildly in an attempt to land a knockout punch, but the rounds passed him by.
Oh, good body by Chiu. To the body, he landed so far. That was a big-time combination by Chiu.
With less than 2 minutes to go in the final round, Chiu unleashed a left hook to Izon's chin, putting him to sleep and sending him falling through the ropes.
For a moment, he gets the hands back up. Chiu tries to finish. Ropes are holding Izon up. That's why this is called a strap. Right. And when you find a heavyweight that can punch like this.
Number 10. Oscar De La Hoya versus Fernando Vargas. Both men had moments of dominance that night, with Vargas on the ropes and De La Hoya in the ring center. Vargas escaped De La Hoya's money punch, his left hook, at the end of round 10, only to be knocked out in the 11th round with another crisp hook.
I think if
Vargas beat the count, but De La Hoya went for the kill, unleashing punches before the referee stepped in and stopped the fight. Number 9. Floyd Mayweather versus Hatton. Hatton held his own until round 6 when he became exhausted from chasing Mayweather around the ring. Mayweather observed Hatton's exhaustion and pursued his blows with hard, devastating counter punches. In the 10th round, Mayweather landed a brilliant check hook to Hatton's jaw, sending him down. Hatton beat the 8 count, but the fight was shortly stopped.
This fight is over as a knockout victory over Hatton.
Number 8. Donald Curry versus Milton McGregor. McGregor's night came to an end in the 2nd round when he was down hard and stunned with a short, tight left hook.
Left hook, McGregor is down. The left hook seemed to come from nowhere, and yet, will he get up? Yes.
He was able to beat the count, but as soon as the fight resumed, Curry swooped in on him, unleashing a lightning bolt of a right hand that knocked McGregor out.
The young man from Fort Worth.
Number 7. Derek Jefferson versus Maurice Harris. The fight started with both fighters standing toe-to-toe and landing hard shots.
And that's a good way to finish. Uppercut landed. Harris goes. 30 seconds left. And down goes. Oh, uppercut. Vicious uppercut by Jefferson. Harris.
than a punch, more of a push than anything.
In the 6th round, however, Jefferson dropped Harris with a series of body shots. Near the end of the round, Jefferson countered a left hand with a left hook of his own, knocking Harris unconscious.
Comes out. Can he stay on his feet?
Because Ingemar used to straight up throwing the left hook, and there it was.
And he was hurt, Jefferson.
Yeah, he was hurt.
And that left hook is a weapon.
A big.
Number 6, Bob Foster versus Dick Tiger. Tiger was a previous 2-time world middleweight champion and a tough fighter at the time. However, in round 4, Tiger had no response to Foster's devastating left hook, leaving him flattened and unable to beat the count.
Over Foster's head.
In his 81 matches, Foster was the only fighter to ever knock Tiger out. That should tell you all you need to know about Foster's punching power. Number 5, Floyd Patterson versus Ingemar Johansson. Patterson entered as an underdog, having lost the championship the year before to new champ Ingemar Johansson, who knocked him down in the 3rd round with a vicious technical knockout. Patterson reclaimed his title in the rematch, ending the fight in the 5th round with a perfect left hook that landed flush on Johansson's jaw, sending him to the canvas.
It's obvious Patterson's chances ride on his left hook. Eight, 9, and out!
Man ever to regain the heavyweight championship, the winner, Floyd Patterson.
Number 4, Mike Tyson versus Reggie Gross. Tyson was just 5 fights from the night he beat Trevor Berbick to become the youngest heavyweight champion of all time at age 20. But first, he had to deal with a number of rivals who were intent on interrupting his quest for greatness. Gross was one of these fighters. In the opening round, Gross unleashed a storm of power blows, a couple which landed on Tyson's head. Then, as Gross stopped, Tyson perfectly timed a lead hook that left Gross out for the count.
Moving the body, moving the trunk around. One up with a uppercut. There it is, right there. The outstretched right.
Gross fought his way up at 7, but was immediately knocked down by 2 left hooks. Number 3, Joe Walcott versus Ezra Charles. At the time of his 5th attempt at the heavyweight title and 3rd meeting with Charles, Walcott was the underdog and the oldest challenger ever for the title. Walcott clinched his victory with a powerful left hook that sent Charles to the canvas for the referee's count. Walcott became the oldest fighter to win the title. It was a record that remained until George Foreman reclaimed the championship over 40 years later in 1994 at the age of 45.
But the 2 judges called it for Lewis, and a thoroughly disheartened Jersey Joe Walcott began to believe he'd never realized.
Number 2, Frazier versus Muhammad Ali. Ali and Frazier fought for the World Heavyweight Championship in March 1971 in a fight billed simply the fight of the century. Ali and Frazier slugged it out for 14 rounds as if their lives depended on it. However, at 9 seconds into the 11th round, Frazier broke the wings of the butterfly and smashed the stinger with a powerful left hook that put the champ down.
Time is important here. He takes the mandatory 8 count. The only knock.
Number 1, Sugar Ray Robinson versus Gene Fulmer. In May 1957, Robinson aimed to reclaim the world middleweight title he had lost to Fulmer by unanimous decision 4 months prior. Fulmer was the favorite coming into the fight, but he hadn't expected Robinson's left hook, labeled the perfect punch by many historians, to knock him out in the 5th round.
Where his long bombs do the most damage.
Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, press the like button and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any new videos.
That was supposedly the greatest left hook ever threw, and it had hit me on the chin when I came.